Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and as you can see, I'm behind a big old thing of box. I was 6'2", and look at the size of these things. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what's in them. I have an idea of what one thing might be, but I really don't know. So we thought, let's film it, and let's see what TGR sent us for a care package. Of course, before we go, TGR is one of our sponsors, so they tend to take pretty good care of us. And of course, they build these. Our Patreon members even get a discount, but this is really an ad. Let's find out what's in these boxes. So we're going to go with the small box first. I know it's not snakes. At least I don't think it's snakes. Eric, if you sent me a cobra, it's going to launch out of here, and you didn't warn me we'd have problems, right? But it doesn't appear to be anything serpent related. Let's get rid of bubble wrap. You know the coolest thing when you're filming is you get to make a mess of everything you do. You know, it actually adds drama when you're just like, raw. This looks like, holy shit. Okay, check this out. So this is, oh my God, this is awesome. And the reason this is awesome is this is a new style tubs with built-in cups. So one of my complaints, and one of my only complaints on the racks I have from TGR and the baby ones, is finding a water bottle that fits in there. I'm doing it's always a mess, and the cups get messed up, and it angers me. But these will fix all that. So I can tell you I will be switching out to these like pronto. That is awesome because I really had no idea what was going to be in that smaller box. So this really, really, really makes me happy. Holy crap. And there's a ton of them in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18. So that is enough to redo my entire rack on those. So that is great. And I would imagine if Eric's sending these to me, I just popped the bubble. This is what's going to come with the racks now, and I can tell you without even using them that this is a huge improvement. You do also have some ventilation, the ventilation being near the water, which is going to help to keep this area more equal to that area instead of being so wet. And you can, of course, probably fit a 2.5 ounce deli cup right in there, fill it, and it's not going to spill. So Kurt will even tell you, have I not been bitching about this very thing like just the other day?
Yes.
And I did not know what was in here, so that is awesome! I am really excited. Let's set this box to the side and see what's in these big boxes. Oh my goodness. That's going to make my baby so much happier. Makes my life so much easier. And that's the thing with equipment. You know, racks do make your life easier. You can do it in glass. But I don't know anybody that has a collection of, let's say, 50 more and also a day job that's doing that in glass and doing it well. That doesn't mean they don't exist, so if somebody's doing it, don't get pissed off at me. But I don't personally know. And I know I wouldn't have the time to do it that way, but I certainly in racks do. Now let's see what this is. Oh, damn. So what do we got here? Okay, this, oh, it feels like there's tubs in there. I do believe, oh, you have to help me with this, Kurt. Maybe. Oh, here, pull that out. This is a two-man job. Got it? Beautiful. So what this is, if you've looked in our baby or in our ball python room, is, set that there. We only had a single stack on each one of these kinds, and now we have a double stack. So that is making a bigger mess. It's going to be really awesome. Let's tear into here. So this will give us capacity for more babies. Now these tubs don't have the built-in water dish, but they're wide enough I can put a traditional water dish in here, no issue. And I haven't had the problems with these. It was just the smaller ones that I couldn't fit a traditional water dish in. Let's see what's in here. Because I have no idea now. I'll be honest. I thought I knew what was in these. I was wrong. I had an idea, and I was wrong. This was not what I was expecting, but this is still awesome. Yep, and what this is going to be, as I bet, this is going to be the top piece of the other rack we had. It'll look like that, but it's not going to be quite the same size. Let's see here. All right, give that a pull. got it? There it comes. Oh no, it is the same. So this is a whole nother stack of these guys here. So what we'll be able to do, and you know what, we've got them here. Why don't we go ahead and show you something? Since this is completely unplanned, where these are going to end up living, they're going to stack, if my measurements are good, right into here. So come on in here, Kurt. We'll end up with a double stack here. And of course now we have the other ones too, so room for a lot more babies. That is awesome. And so you can see when we design this baby room, this will actually go back a little bit further when that's off. We'll be able to have all of our wires up here. All these will wire to the shelf, and they'll go like to here and go all the way through, wrap around here, and be able to get something on this wall, leaving our spot for cleaning and our fancy schmancy cleaning sink that we're still doing some work on, which will have a really awesome hose attachment sprayer. All right. Well, that is cool. So there it is. What we acquired today in our care package from TGR is going to be an additional space for, let's see, it's 1, 2 times, I believe it's 14 per rack. Yes, 28 babies plus new tubs for the 18 that were driving me nuts. So that's one thing I really like about TGR, and I really like about Eric is, you know, we have been using their products since they first started. As a matter of fact, when he first started designing racks and he had his first, you know, like series, we were early adopters. And sometimes when you early adopt technology, you know, there's some growing pains and sometimes there's not. And we really, really loved everything. But one thing we noticed is like when you take a tub, and this tub's empty because we're getting it set up for the females that lay. I like to pull my tubs out and leave them here, work, clean poop, do whatever. And it puts a lot of pressure on these spots right here and up here because of where that weight's going to be. Now in the first series, we were finding that this was much thinner. It was only about that thick. And over time, it would crack. And so we were like, hey, everything works great. Heat's great, humidity's great, everything's going good, except for this. We still have those. We just put a support beam in there, ain't the prettiest thing, and it works really good. But what did Eric do? He went and took that information, other information, and he redesigned and came out with the second series, which has a thicker one, and I have yet to ever crack or destroy or break or hurt anything on that. So they're constantly updating their product with the information that, you know, we provide and others provide. Same thing on these tubs. You know, I know Freedom Breeder makes the tubs. Then when you look, I guarantee you, and I'm not the only one who said something, whether it's to TGR or other places that use the Freedom Breeder tubs. And see, Freedom Breeder, who makes those. But we have mentioned, hey, you know, the water dishes are kind of a pain. And everybody uses a PVC pipe and tries to glue it down and put the cup in there, and then the glue breaks. And no matter what you do, it ends up being kind of just a pain in the arse. Well, with this molded in, you know, it's just like these guys. With their big molded in one, this one does have a snake in it. Now, she looks a little skinny because she just laid. So it'll work virtually the same as this, which is great. It makes life easier. So when you have a company that will listen to what its customers are saying and say, okay, I'm hearing you, I got that, and then, you know, 6 months or a year later, they come out with a completely redesigned product to fit those needs and fix that. That becomes a company I tend to really trust. Why? Because I know they're going to constantly work to improve what they have. And I'll tell you what, man, we have bred a lot of snakes and kept a lot of snakes in these racks. They've all done really, really well. We've done the same in these baby racks and had great success with them in the baby racks. So I am super stoked to get an entire new stack of those and those new tubs. It's going to make life so much easier. I am super happy about it. Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll tell you, I know something else TGR has, and I thought we were going to see that maybe, but I was surprised that it was this. But this is awesome. I couldn't be happier. Actually, this does us, we needed this more than we needed the other thing I was thinking about. So that is completely crazy. I'm really excited. Anything? Okay, you already said nothing you want to add. I forgot about that part. I love getting new equipment when you get new stuff. It's so exciting. And just to show you, so we do have some snakes in the video. Our first 2 girls to lay this year this was actually the second one. This was a Mojave, and that clutch was to, let me make sure I get this right, the GHI. So Mojave GHI, I believe she had 9 eggs. And then down here is our other Mojave. She also laid, and you can see how thinned out she is. She's a little smaller girl in general, but she still had 7 eggs for us. And that was a Mojave to a Mystic Potion. So we've got, I believe, I may have crossed those up. So far, 2 females have dropped. I gotta go check. We may have a 3rd one today. And we've got 16 eggs that all look really good. So really happy about that too. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.